Hello everyone, I hope you're having an amazing afternoon. We are going to talk about Twitter. Oh my goodness. In fact, Tron founder Justin Sun responded by tweeting he would offer $60 a share compared with Musk's $54.20. So we are going to have a bidding war for Twitter. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? I'm just getting the live stream set up on the other computer. We also had Mark Cuban that wanted to buy Twitter 5 years ago. Oh, it's an AI system. I want to get in on that, right? So what do you think is going to happen with crypto? Not crypto, Twitter. I have crypto on the brain. Crypto on the brain, crypto. I'm so out of it today. The fact that today is the last day of the week made me think that it's Friday. I should say last day of the week for trading made me think, oh my goodness, that we are going to, it's Friday. It's Friday night. No, it's not. It's Thursday. So I totally thought it was Friday. I'm like, okay, cool. It's Friday. No, it's not. It is not Friday. It is Thursday. And I totally need to change this because I mistyped crypto in the title. There we go. All right, let's get this going live. All right, now that we have that live, I gotta open this up. And then, hi Troy, how's it going? It is not Friday night, it's Thursday. And I totally thought it was Friday today, but I knew it was Thursday. So let me just get this stuff all set up. All right. So should we start with Twitter first? Let's go to Twitter. All right. So we got the Twitter setup going on. Let me just adjust this for you guys. Bear with me. I'm going to stretch it really big, and then I'm going to move it over. And I'm going to move, it won't let me move it further. Very interesting. Hey, Terry. Good afternoon. It's actually 1 o'clock. I just did my spot for Angela Miles for Business First AM. You guys can catch me on Business First AM on Friday mornings on your local networks. Who knew? I discovered it just a month ago, that I'm in 46 different states. So cool. Very cool. Oh, no worries, Troy. Hey, Scott. How's it going? So, Twitter. The big news with Twitter is Musk has given the offer of $54 and change for takeover of Twitter. Originally, there was a 10 a.m. meeting. Now he is going on TED Talks. There's a free link to TED Talks. Let's see if maybe I can find that up here. Let's see, TED Talks. I'm not left-handed, so Twitter. No, Musk. Here we go. Offers to buy TED Conference live 7 minutes ago. Live coverage, view live feed. So here, I will put that in the chat for you, but maybe I won't because then you guys are going to leave me. Can I trust you guys to hang here? Maybe I could play it over on the other computer. So it's actually, oh, you have to purchase it. You have to purchase the live stream for that from the TED Talks. So I will hold off on that for now because I'm here with you guys and I'm not going to be leaving you guys right away. So if you guys know, I've talked about it before, ISO coins, Ripple, Stellar, Algorand, Zinfin, Myota. Check them out. Check them out. All right, so Twitter today. Twitter had an awesome short down below 48.20 all the way down to 45. Whoops, I just hit that too. I'm a mess today. I just have to laugh at myself today. I keep hitting the wrong things. It's like it's a wacky Friday or whatever. I don't know. I keep doing the wrong thing. So 48.50 was right our high, and we went down to 45.20. So a $3 move, pretty powerful. I don't know why I can't move this over more. Hold on. I have it there, but I want it bigger for you guys. Ooh, maybe it'll let me move it bigger. No, so strange. Sorry, I still am working with figuring out the nuances of the layouts. Okay, so we've got Twitter that was on the list today. Let's check out from the SPY. So the SPY below 443 today, a nice little short. Yes, it had a nice little tank back down to 439.50, just below, and now we have a little bit of a bounce going on. Qs as well. We had a nice short off of 346, down $5.50. We also have IWM down $1.35, hitting that trend line. We have DIA up. DIA has actually been up almost all day. You can see here was our close line, this blue line. So it was pretty much up all day except for from 12:15 until now. Now we're back up above close from yesterday. So DIA has been in divergence away from the rest of the market today. Also a reminder, if you like the live stream, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and put things in the chat that you want to see, right? All right, so let's look at Twitter. Twitter was number 1 on the list. We also have Citigroup that had their earnings today, and they popped up higher, came back. You can see we're hitting the moving averages. Let me pull up the daily chart over here on the left as well. You can see we bounced, and now we're coming back down. They had earnings, they had positive earnings, 59 cents, but it's going to go a lot on the futures as well. What is their future projections for the company? Are they expecting higher than better earnings? I don't check out the earnings reports. I check out what the market's doing, right? And full disclosure, I did get into Twitter today at 46.95. So it's right back in my entry right at the moment. But looking for this likely to head on up to 53 if the owner of Tron is correct, and then it goes up to 60, we could see a massive short squeeze for all those people that shorted it and then moved it up. Let's check out the volume profile over here as well. So if we go here to here, we are right at that point of control. So we might see that this really moves to the upside. All of these purple lines right here was the former point of control. So this has been the point of control pretty much since 9:30 this morning. If we see this move to the upside, we could see a bigger squeeze, and then I think we'll see a test at 49 and then up here at 50.75. So keep it on watch. 49 calls might be pretty influential. 48, and then no, 49 right here where the purple line is. 49. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's go into the settings. I need to make that brighter. Developing POC, we'll make that orange, a more powerful color to see. There we go, easier to see. So right there is the POC. So 49, if we break above where we are now, so if we break above 47.20, I would aim for a target of 49. Then from there on up to 50.75. All right, let's go back to Citigroup. So Citigroup did have earnings. They gapped up and then it pulled back a little bit, but you can see there really hasn't been a trade outside of the range that I provided today, which is why I don't want anybody to get caught in a bad trade, right? When it breaks one way or the other, that's likely when the big trade is going to happen. Also looking at it on the chart right here, it filled the gap and then it rejected, right? Let's look at BAC. BAC will be reporting next week, right? And we've had a big downward motion. They're reporting on Tuesday. And look at that big sell-off candle. This is definitely decreasing the valuation of XLF. Let's check out XLF today. So many of the banks we have seen draw to the downside, and we're seeing that XLF is moving to the downside as well. Now on our daily chart, let's look over here on our daily chart, make this full screen. So if we go below 35, watch out, we are going to have a bank crash based on valuation. These are, you guys know I do follow the dark pool. These are the different dark pool levels. So we hung out up above it for a little while, But for the most part now, we are heading down the hill. So I'd watch to see if we can break below 35.50. Then maybe 35 will have support. After that, we could see that we just sort of melt away. We are getting into a bit of oversold territory. So that might, we might see something a bit different. We might see support come in. Maybe we're going to see a bit, we'll drop down to like 36.60 and then a bounce and then continuation move down the hill. Maybe we'll see a bounce on Monday with Bank of America because it is getting quite oversold right now as well. We're down to 27 on the RSI, and the volume, we have not seen a whole lot coming in just yet volume wise as far as buying. So let's pull it back over here. Pardon me, I have nice allergies, right? The beautiful part of spring. So we do have a bit of volume right here, but only if it goes above 36.70 would I be interested in this potentially as a long based on this oversold point. This could just simply be those shorts saying, you know what, I'm happy, I'm taking my profit right here, and I don't want to hold it over into earnings. All right, let's look at AAL. This was up today, hitting a trend line on our bigger picture, and we are up above that trend line. So we came down, we're testing it on the 24-hour, we are holding above. We have earnings coming out. Based on the fact that Delta had positive earnings, I do know a couple people at American that did get called back, so likely that is a factor in them having the funds to pay for these people. The flights were filling up. So looking at that potential for American to have a bigger move, maybe we would see it head up here. Maybe we'll see 22.50 area would likely be a resistance. All right, let's look at Morgan Stanley, also reported today with earnings. And again, like Citigroup, it's just sort of going sideways within this range. We didn't break out up above. And over here, it looks like even 87.25 would have been that point at which the sellers really would step in. Those were the former highs of these candles over here. So we're just seeing it go sideways. Potentially on Tuesday, we will see that we have bigger movement with Citigroup and Morgan Stanley because we've had a great range today. However, with earnings, it had a big range. So I wanted to be more conservative for you. And looking at it like that, I'm glad I did. It did have some downward motion, but didn't want you guys to get stuck one way or the other. NEO having a nice bearish day. We had a reversal trade. We are rejecting the 24 EMA on the daily, and it had a nice breakdown below 20. We dropped down 50 cents on NEO. Let's check out Wells Fargo, another bank to report earnings today. And it had a drop down, pretty much one of the only banks to actually provide a nice trade today. But this started pre-market, came down to 45.07. Why 45.07? We had a dark pool print back there. Look at how it pretty much pegged at 45.03. And wait, did we have big volume there? You bet we did. So keep this on watch going into next week. If we break below that level, watch out. We might be really dropping. They might have bounced it to sell into that strength. All right, let's look at BABA today. BABA's been hanging out below 100 and it continues to move down. We had a bounce and now a continue to move down from that 120 area, 120 resistance. So looking for this to come all the way back down, potentially to $75 in the longer term, not immediately. I'm talking about, the next 2 weeks, looking for a test down here. First test I think we would likely see is 91.50. All right, BP. So BP, sideways price action today. Did not break out up above. It's just sort of going sideways. We did have a big surplus. Hey, Abe. We did have a big surplus of oil announced yesterday with oil numbers. So this could be positioning for a bigger move. It's also a double top over here. Are we going to see the cup and handle continuation, or is it going to come back down and fail below 29.40? That's where I would put my risk at this point. but it does look like a nice cup and handle. Squeeze those shorts, break out up above 31.40. Would look at a depth 27.75 to 31. That would be 25, 28, 325. So I'd be looking for 34.25 as a target up here if it were to break out to the upside. All right, next up is LCID. Hello, Abe. I like all of your little emojis always. All right, so LCID had a nice sell-off continuation move down at the bottom of the hill, testing that double bottom, and it failed. So are we going to break below the low of yesterday, which was 2083? We came close, but if we break below that, sayonara, we're probably going to see it head on down to the 18s from here. Do you all have anything you would like to check out? Let's go check out my crypto list over here, see how things are doing. A nice little, it looks like to me, a little bit of discounting is going on. Let's look at it on the daily chart, 24-hour chart over here. So baby Doge, right? Baby Doge is coming back, holding over here. We've had a nice run up, came back down, and looking to see if this is going to continue to the upside. Doge with Musk talking, we had a bigger bounce up, and then we hit the 161 and 200 EMA and a bit of a rejection. Now we're coming back down to the 24 EMA. Are we going to see this rebuild steam and move to the upside? We very well could. Let's look at XRP. So XRP coming back down. Let's get rid of this. Let's put this up just a little bit more right there. We need it to break out up above 92. And let's do a horizontal ray over here. Oh. Draw some lines right there. So we somewhat are bouncing off of that $69 price. Excuse me, $69. Hey, that's fortuitous. Maybe it will be $69. Let's move this over here so you guys can see it well. And right here as well. Right there. So we're sort of hanging out in between these ranges. It would need to break above 79, then 85, then 92, and we are off to the races again for XRP, right? Also, I wanted to show you guys BlockChair, a cool site if you ever want to get into what is going on with the blockchain transactions. If you ever want to research stuff, you can put the transaction in and it will pull it up right for you. So you can always search the transaction right here and it will check. Oh, look at that. It has a Chrome extension. I don't use Chrome though. So you can check out all of these different networks if you're looking for a particular transaction. I know a friend of mine had an issue transferring out XLM from Coinbase. They did something really weird, like they sent it to ETH to then go to XLM to then go to his account. A mess. So just be aware of that. All right, XRP. Now UDC, we don't need to, the change is 0. All right, XDC down here, discounted down at 5.4 cents. Not doing so bad down there. Maybe it's time to add, right? So looking, it is below the averages. I might like to add if it drops back, if it goes back up above 7. XLM is in the downward motion a bit right now. If we draw a trend line, couple trend lines over here. I'll do support, but I'll also do a trend line. Right there. If that holds, it looks like an inverted shoulder a bit, right? Could see maybe it's going to come down to the 15 range. And let's do this. So if we break out up above 22, likely see a bigger move to the upside. Also up above 20 cents right there, 20.5 cents, would likely see it test 22 for roughly 10%, and then on up here. But this is one of my preferred longer term holdings. Casper, I have not, Abe. I'm going to write it down. Besides the old cartoon Casper the Ghost? No. All right, and algo is back down at 72 cents today. We did have a little pop up to the moving averages and then it pulled back down. So looking at that one, that's another one that is on my list behind me. IOTA as well, which is MyOTA, which has had a nice run. It seems like everything is sort of just, let's see, over there. Take this out. I'm going to have to update my charts. So if we look at that, let's extend this off to the left. So did it really provide any resistance? It kind of provided resistance over here, and then it flipped to be support. So cool. We shall see on IOTA. Right now, I do anticipate that we are likely going to see a crypto crash and then a rebound. So I don't know if this crash is, I don't know if we're going to sort of have the, you know, the death of Bitcoin and Ethereum happen tomorrow, right? It's like Good Friday when they put Jesus into the cave and then he was resurrected on Sunday. Maybe we're going to see a massive crash and then a move into the positive come next week. That would be pretty amazing if we had that sort of timing with the crypto space as well. Yeah. And Abe, you know, you can actually do it. I don't know if you have Binance, but if you go to CoinMarketCap, you can always check out and you go over here. So if you ever want to buy a coin, let's see, come on, open up the search. Right here. You can plug in the coin right here, XDC, enter. It's going to load the overview and then the market right here. You click on the market and it will tell you what exchanges you are able to buy XDC, right? Gate.io, KuCoin. I personally bought it on bittrue, which is right down here. bittrue is actually an XRP based exchange, like Coinbase is an Ethereum based exchange. bittrue is an XRP based exchange. So you can see the different ones. And then if you click, for example, on bittrue, you can see, oh, well, maybe I can get IOTA there too. And you can look and you can search and go down, and then you will find that you can get IOTA right there. So it's a very easy way to see if you can get everything all at your one exchange. It's good to know before you get into an exchange what else you can buy there. All right, a little heads up on that. Cardano as well. They're all sort of pulling back today, just like the market. Solana as well. And let's check out Tesla for Terry. So Tesla might be hurt a little bit by this news from Musk buying. Plus, there was also an issue, I believe, in production of something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But we do have earnings coming up. So maybe this is going to be in relation to earnings, maybe a little bit of positioning, pricing in some information. Maybe we're going to see it come back down to 9.10 and then bounce to the upside. Oh, no worries, Abe. I personally wouldn't necessarily trade on CoinMarketCap, but it's a great resource. To me, it's kind of like the Google of blockchains. So that's where I look for blockchain technology information. All right, do you all have any other questions? Anything else you want to see besides the crazy return that I had temporarily? You guys want to see the, yes or no? You want to see the crazy return that I had on a token that I bought recently? Put it in, yes or no, in the chat. All right, let me grab it. So unfortunately, this was a temporary spike, right? This was a temporary spike, but look at where it went. Do you guys see it? let me get in for you right here. Oh, right here. 10 cents exploded, right? This is why I'm telling you guys to check out the workshop that I created, right? If 10 cents can go to here, would you like to spend 149 to learn how to do that, right? That's where I work with the dark pools with Stephanie as an educator there. And these are my workshops. It's this one right here that will tell you all about how to buy those tokenized assets that could explode. It's a numbers game, right? If you are getting in 10 cents to buy a million coins and it goes to a penny, right? 10 cents buys 10 million. Then it goes to a penny. You now have 100,000, right? From 10 cents. So look at it, check it out. If it's right for you, you've got a long weekend. I'm going to put it in the chat as well, and also in the description down below, so that if you guys want to take the time, you can check it out. Yeah, it's totally worth it, Terry, in my opinion, because I want everybody to have crazy extreme wealth from like that temporary price. Obviously, that was a temporary price jump. Somebody paid what they shouldn't have, unfortunately. But I also had one that went to 14 cents. Let me see if I can find that photo for you guys. I got to put it all in the same folder. It was CITC. I think I put it in pictures. I'll show you another one that I captured, and I was like, oh, look at this. It's already up to 14,000 from 10 cents, right? Even I was super excited about that, going from 10 cents to 14,000. Then 10 cents to 2 million. It's just like, you are totally laughing, because it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. I think I'm going to have to, I don't remember what I saved it as. So that one I'm going to have to show you guys at another time. But also, word to the wise, okay? I'm going to forewarn you, because I did cover it yesterday, and I really don't want anyone to be burned by what I see as potentially happening in the crypto space. We did talk about it yesterday, so if you're here yesterday with me, but I spot weird things, right? And I spotted this when we go, let me hide this. Okay, let me hide this. Let me make this full screen. Let me put it right here. And we're gonna make this full screen. And we're gonna go to CoinMarketCap, just the regular CoinMarketCap. Enter. When we look at Bitcoin and we see that this is 759 million, right? This is the total market cap. Only because I watched this bubble screen every day that I saw Bitcoin go to 565 billion. What is going on, right? It's actually in the Bitcoin blockchain. You can search that on Blockchair. And so we had that happen. And then I saw the USDT go to 548 trillion. This is like all the wealth in the world, right? Temporarily on USDT. Weird. Then we see Ethereum go to 645 billion. Let's check. 645 billion. Ethereum isn't even worth all that. What's going on? Right? What is going on? So, in my opinion, I want to make sure that everybody Binance USD coin. These are not mistakes. Like, I went into the blockchain itself, and I found the transactions, right? So these are, you can search all this on etherscan.io, and you can see 22 million, 21 million, 6.5 million, 5 million, all yesterday. Millions and millions and millions. You know what? Let's do this. let's go from, I don't know, let's go from where I see 100,000. First time I see 100,000, I'm going to add all this up, right? Okay, all the way up. Can I do auto sum? Let's see what the total is. What is the total? This was just, why is it not doing auto sum? Okay, here we go. Auto sum, and then, no, I'll go like this. All the way, oh. All the way up. $387, that can't be right. Why is that? That's not right, because the oh, 387 million. Right? But that can't be right either. That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you guys? All the way up. What if I did it like this? Oh, no, it did it right. I don't know. I have to look at it and add it all up. I got another way to do this. Let's go up here. We'll go back down. Oh, okay, fine. Let's do Control C. Control V. Still doesn't make sense because we have more than that at the top. 22 million. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay, any event. Yeah, there's weird stuff that's going on in the crypto space. So protect yourself with stops, right? As a trader, we always want to have stops to protect ourselves. So make sure that you have trading protection for your crypto. If you have massive holdings in any of those, make sure that you protect them, right? Because I don't want to see anyone get burned if they have a large sum of USDT or a large sum of Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then all of a sudden it goes poof because we happen to have a crash. So, or it goes screaming higher, right? And you're short. Be careful either way. Right? Use proper risk management. So that's it for today. Have an amazing weekend. Wish you guys plenty of memories and time with your friends and family. And a reminder that these are my official handles. I do not reach out to people on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I do not reach out to people on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Telegram. I don't message people soliciting you to trade money for Bitcoin. I do not trade Bitcoin. Do I track Bitcoin and look at the chart? Yes, but I do not trade it, and I will not ask you for money to trade it. So I wanted to let you guys know. Have an amazing weekend. Carpe profit. Seize those profits one trade at a time.